What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the 505 interview series. Oh, got some feedback there. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome. Another great week of interviews we got set forth. And tonight, I'm excited for my guest. So I hope you're all doing well. But before we get started, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Go on ahead. It's free. Doesn't cost you anything. And help support the channel and the content. Also, pinned in the description in the link tree in the description and pinned into the comment section over on YouTube. Go over there, support my advertiser sponsors and preferred retail partners. Go take advantage of the exclusive promo codes only available to my viewers out there, and save yourself some coinage. Your support goes a long way in helping keep the content rolling, and I would really appreciate you. You know, whether you're looking for accessories, whether you're looking for sticks, yes, you can't get this big bag of sticks. But if you're looking for sticks, I got you covered. So go take advantage of those exclusive promo codes out there. My guest tonight, she's a content creator. She's a vlogger, an entrepreneur. She's heavy into the spirit world. Out there, knows a lot about spirits and pairing. She's also my co-host on the Tuesday night Raw Cigar Reviews. She goes by HerCigarCloset, and we all call her Brandi. And let's bring her on, the one, the only Brandi Wheat.
Hi,
Hello.
how are you?
Oh, now you're off screen. There you are. Welcome. There you
There
are.
we go.
All right. Yes, we see you now. Welcome. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me. I haven't been in a hot seat in a while.
Oh, well, good. Well, you're there. I'm going to pick a cigar from this giant bag of cigars I got this weekend from Rocky Mountain Cigar Fest.
How was it?
It gets better every year. It's just better and better and better.
I am going to be smoking a Nova cigar. This is an unreleased blend that she has been bringing around to her different cut-in light events. So I'm going to go ahead, a limited edition. I have to send you one of these.
I think I'm going to go with an Al Capone. I'm joking.
Nice choice.
I'm joking. What do we have in here that I haven't smoked?
Yeah, the Al Capone is like my car smoke when I'm in my car.
Oh, wow. I got a butane. You can never go wrong with, you cannot have enough butane out there. What's going on, Rick? Good to see you.
Hi, Rick. How are you?
New York, well, Brandi, for those of the people out there who may not know who you are, out there, what you're about, how would you give them a little information about you, so while I look for a cigar.
Okay. Well, like Daniel introduced, my name is Brandi Wheat, and I go by HerCigarCloset. I have been in the bartender world probably for about 10 years. I have been smoking cigars for about 13 years now. I am a co-host, of course, to Raw Cigar Review. I was a moderator for Chicago's Queens of the Midwest Cigar Group last year. And then I host different events for different parties or different cigar companies. So that's pretty much it. Oh, I'm a member of the Chicago Bartenders Association for the Chicago chapter. So we do a lot of events. We do a lot of classes. We learn about the different spirits. We take trips, pretty much the same thing as the cigar world does when you go to the factory and learn how to, roll and what's included in a cigar. So that's pretty much it.
All right. Well, that's good. So where did your content creation start?
If you scroll back to my Instagram page, my very first, I probably deleted it by now. My very first picture was horrible. I think I took a picture of my hand holding the cigar. I don't think my nails were done. I don't think I don't know. I don't think the quality of the picture was great. And then I started following different people, different content creators, and I'm trying to learn and I'm trying to see how they pose for pictures, what's etiquette, what's not, what's appropriate. And I finally just caught on and started finding my niche. And so it just went from taking pictures of me holding different cigars. And then when making reels happened, I started making reels with different cigars and taking videos. And then I noticed that the audience wants to see who's actually smoking a cigar as well. So then I switched it from just focusing on showing the brand and showing the setup that I have to including myself in like the first 3 seconds. And at that moment, I found out that I got a lot of more engagement with that. So then just constantly practicing, constantly watching, admiring other people that's in the cigar industry and just learning and picking up tips. And here we go. I'm still learning.
Yeah, I'm shocked at the amount of people that wanted to see my mug. But just like, oh, all right, out there,
That's
Ricky
it's not,
chiming in
it's not
there,
that bad.
Ricky chiming in there that Nova Cigars is one of his favorite sticks, and
Yes.
Adam Graham there says, "What's up, guys? Brandi is the best."
Hey, Adam. Thank you. Adam just reached out to me today. He is part of a group called Cigar Men of Distinction, and they have different chapters. And so he invited me out and wanted to help promote here in Chicago to the Indianapolis event that they're having at the end of September. So I will be there and I will post a flyer. I will have all of the information constantly posted on my stories and my page for anyone that's interested in coming.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, I learned most of my burley pictures. If you go back to 2019, it's just a hand going, and now smoking. That was the extent of what I did. And then when I started, when I did my first couple videos, it was just showing the cigar, not me. And then everybody in the comments goes, "Are you gonna put your face on camera?" I'm like, "You? Why would you want to look at my face?" But okay. So
Yeah.
I, the ever evolvement that there is in the content creation world, where I didn't think anybody wanted to look at this. I mean, I understand
Hmm.
that it's just, mm. But
I like it.
uh,
Yeah, very cool.
but if y'all want to look at this mug, I'll put it out there for you all.
You've been doing great though. Lately, your pictures have always been like a slight facial profile. You have the cigar cover on one side. So you've been doing pretty good.
I'm working. I'm in my artistic age right now.
Okay.
uh, so, where did the love of cigars come from for you, or when, or how, or why?
Um, I visited a cigar lounge just randomly one day, and the owner, my first cigar was an acid blondie, I believe. And so he was teaching me, not to inhale, just enjoy. Will eventually graduate you up to a different type of cigar. So I smoked that cigar one time. I finished it. He said, "How do you feel?" I said, "I'm fine." He said, "Okay, now it's time to move on to the next one." I said, "Wait, I got to smoke two cigars today?" And he was like, "Yeah, we're just going to throw you right in." So the second one was the Macanudo with the metal ring. And I fell in love with that one. I love the bitterness of it, the dark, gritty chocolate. I'm a red wine type of girl, so and I'm a bourbon girl, so I like that heavy, that hearty flavor. And so after smoking that one cigar, I ended up just kept smoking that one and just kept going from there, and everything just took off from there.
All right. So, when was your first cigar?
13 years ago.
Wow, 13 years ago. So it seems
Hmm.
so long.
But
I
yeah,
remember. I remember
just
mine
like
now.
right, just like yesterday.
I do. I remember mine, year 2000.
What was your first cigar?
Padron 2000 Natural.
Oh, big boy.
Well, the day I turned 18, I skipped school because I mean I didn't really go to school much anyway. Well,
Hmm.
hence why I work manual labor. But I skipped school. I drove 30 miles to the Cigar Lounge in Santa Fe, New Mexico, and I walked in and I just said, "This is my first time here. I don't know anything about cigars, but I'd like to learn." Because growing up, all the cool people smoked cigars. All the cool bad guys you rooted for, all the cool good guys, they smoked cigars, and I just thought it was cool. And so the owner's son, and just somebody hanging out in the lounge took me into the humidor, and they picked out 3 sticks for me. And so I went to go check out, and I didn't know how much they were. I had
Hmm.
$100 with me, and I go, "Is this enough to cover it?" And he's like, "No, don't worry about it. They're free. If you like them, you'll come back."
Oh,
I was like,
wow.
"Seriously, you can give these to me for free?" I thought that, I was like, "Okay." And so I lit that first one up, which was the Padron, and 2 puffs in, I said, "Yeah, this is going to be a problem." And it has been a problem ever since then.
Yeah. Yeah. I was a little afraid at first. I'm a woman. I'm in this cigar shop with mostly men. At this time, it wasn't a lot of women coming into that particular lounge. So I'm sitting there with the guys. We're watching movies, talking about sports. And I'm a huge sports fan. So they welcomed me so quickly because I knew, how to conversate with the game of football and basketball and baseball. And they just welcomed me in, and it was after that it was over.
Yeah, there's that camaraderie that comes with it, but then you've added into your repertoire your fine palate that you have for spirits,
Hmm.
and the ability to start off smoking a cigar and immediately be like, this is this is what needs to be paired with this cigar. I find that like fascinating. Like I don't know anything about spirits. I couldn't tell you what's good or what's bad on the spirit side of things. Don't ask. I don't know. But you kind of know, and you've got this, and it's like, I this cigar has this and this. I need to pair that. I need something to pair with this that has this and this and this, and then to watch your process of working through, like, no, that wasn't right. Okay, what if I go with this? Oh, this is what needed in the cigar. I find that fascinating. Like, I could watch that all day. It's just,
Yeah,
I, it's not something I could do.
it's hard work. It is hard work, because everybody's palate is different. So I have to be mindful that I can't sell you that this particular, and I'll get into this tequila in a moment, but I can't sell you that this particular tequila has a tasting flavor of chocolate, cinnamon, smoky, creamy, vanilla. I can't sell you that. I can only tell you my experience and what I'm getting from it. And so all I can do is guide you and help you figure out what you are tasting. Think of something that you've eaten before or you have drinking before, and make it make your mind remember exactly, what it is that you are tasting or smelling. So that's probably the easiest way to do it.
You you do classes with women, well, on the cigar side. You also do those types of classes on the spirit side with women as well.
Believe it or not, I have not done a cigar class yet.
Oh, you haven't? I thought
No.
you've put on a class or two out there. Wow.
So I did help assist,
Okay.
um, a 30 member class for cigars. This was a couple of years ago, though, during COVID when everybody was stuck at home. So I did help assist with that. I've been told by plenty of people to go ahead and create a class where we constantly have new women coming on and they want to learn how to smoke. They want to be involved. They want to, I don't know if they want to seem cool. I don't know, whatever reason they want to smoke the cigars. So that's something that I'm thinking about doing.
Okay. Think you should do it.
Yeah.
Think you should.
The only person stopping me is myself, right?
That's right. You're your own worst enemy when you get in your head, but you have the knowledge and you have the base, you have the connections with the shops, you have connections with brands out there that you could put on a really good show where or a class out there for especially novice women, but I think you would probably also attract some intermediate and advanced women as well that may want to hone their skills or learn something new.
Yeah, sounds good. I'll let you know when that happens.
Idea guy right here. That's right. That hamster went back up on that wheel for a second there.
You're pretty smart.
Mm, don't say that too loud. People expect that out of me.
So
So,
I want to get into this tequila brand. I've ventured off into this back into the spirit world.
okay.
Being a part of the worldwide organization, Bartenders Association, and being a part of the Chicago chapter is so rewarding that I get to meet so many people. I get to attend these learn and drink classes. I get to, of course, take free spirits home with me and try them out. Um, that's always the best part, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, I get to make these connections with these people, and I get to tell other people about what I'm drinking when they see me post something, or where can they find this particular brand that's hard to find in most states or stores. So this one particular brand is fairly new. It's actually been out only like a year and a half. I actually stumbled across this connection. I frequent a beer brewery around my house, and I've been going there probably the last 6 or 7 years. And so a friend of mine that lives all the way in Phoenix, Arizona, he sends me a picture of a flyer for the brewery. And I'm like, that brewery is by me. Like, why does he have the flyer? And so I responded back to him and told him, hey, I go to this brewery all the time. I'll go check out the event. And I get there and he's like, well, this is the owner that actually made this new tequila that I'm the new brand manager for. And I'm like, wow, they have spirits now because they were only beer. And well, craft beer, I should say. And so going in, testing the tequila out, and then he's like, I'll be in town next week. He came in town. We went around to different locations. He was doing his thing, selling and promoting. And I'm watching him. And I took him to a cigar lounge. He smoked a cigar, which he doesn't do. I said, well, since you're smoking a cigar, I'll drink some tequila, which I don't do because I'm a bourbon fanatic. So we're sitting here. We have people walking up to us. Oh my God, what are you all smoking? I have like all of these Nova cigars just laid out everywhere. And he has all of these tequila bottles. And they're like, what are you smoking? What are you drinking? And from there, and these are people we don't, some I know and some I didn't know. We're handing out cigars. We're handing out tasting cups, and everybody is like, oh my God, this is great. Oh my goodness, where can I buy this from? They were literally buying bottles from him on the spot.
Wow.
And so listening to him give the introduction, the flavor profile, allowing people to take the sip and teaching them how to create their own palate and learn, their tasting notes was amazing. I'm like, if I can do cigars, I can do spirits. Why not? Right? So here we are. And the name of the tequila is Lost Lore. It's a Mexican owned by husband and wife Arturo and Sarah Lamas. So
Wow.
yeah, that's what I'm tiptoeing in now.
I see.
Hi, Kane.
Kang. Kang's our buddy from Indonesia. He owns a tobacco farm in Indonesia.
Mm.
Good to see you, Kang. Yeah. All right. So now you get these perks, and you're working with this tequila brand out there. And are you are you now working on trying to match that tequila with certain cigars?
Not necessarily, no.
Okay.
I do want to keep them in two separate
Okay.
departments, you know. Um, as far as the pairing goes, I can make recommendations and I can tell you what would be a good smoke for that, but I don't want to restrict anyone from smoking whatever they like and forcing them to smoke something that I think is a great match.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I would. I don't need another vice in my life, and getting involved in the spirit side of things. I could just see that becoming another problem where I spend more money on things that I don't need to spend my money on it.
Yeah.
But I would like to learn a little bit more, but then I know that if I dig into it, it's gonna become an obsession like everything else
Yeah.
goes on in my life. If I touch it and I like it, I become obsessed with it, and then I just sink all my time into that. And I don't know if I
Hmm.
have any more room in my life for that.
Well, you can take like maybe 20 minutes out of your day and just sit back and say, I like this. I like this. And then put it back, go back to cigars, and nobody has to know. Baby
Well,
steps.
you know,
Baby
I
steps.
had I had Bobby and Zach from the Bourbon Battalion on last year to teach me how to set my palate for bourbon whiskey. And so I went and bought a bottle of bourbon that I only drank during that show. I haven't drank it since then, but walked me through it, and I immediately realized that I was enjoying this little too much, and that if I could see myself with a shelf behind me just full of bottles. And I'm like, yeah, I probably should not do this because
Wait,
it could
isn't
be
that what happened when we were in Vegas? Isn't that what happened that one night?
oh my god.
You know, you're not supposed to talk about what happened in Vegas, but I think you did try some spirits one of those nights, right?
I did. I did. I was peer pressured into it, and I had a very enjoyable time with it. I don't really drink. I may really the only time I ever drink is like going to trade shows, and that's about it. Other than that, I don't really drink at all. So I didn't feel like I needed a reason to drink, but going through and having them set my palate for me, and walk me through the steps of getting that set, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, okay, I pick up these notes, and then he's like, oh, well, that's what you did. There's an advancement. I go, is it? Is that bad? And he's like, no. I'm like, oh, okay. And I'm like, I didn't know. Am I not supposed to do that? Am I supposed to? Is there unwritten rules about this? I don't know.
Well, you're not going to fail. I mean, you do a great job at the cigars, picking out the profile, the flavors, and the notes. So it's not a big difference.
No, it's not a big difference out there, but I realize that there's so much stuff out there in that. Boy, if I kicked back with an adult libation and got into it, it would be an obsession, and I can't do that. I can't do it.
So there's no drinking on Bourbon Street for you then, right? Or
Well, I'm at a trade show, so you can probably count on me getting blitzed one night. I gotta
I'll make sure
save
you drink
those
the
though.
right. I'll make sure you drink the right things when we're down there.
Like I'm an old man now, so it takes a lot longer to recover from
Yeah.
overdoing it. So I allow myself one night to overdo it,
Hmm.
and I did that in Vegas, and boy, I regretted it. Like I was holding on to, I was hanging out with Chevalier and one of his friends, and we were doing double shots of cheap cheap liquor. And when I left her room, I'm holding on to the invisible wall going down the hallway. I'm like, the invisible wall will keep me from falling over. And then I couldn't find the button on the elevator. And then when I got to my Uber, I had to I had to close my eyes and take deep breaths the whole time, so I didn't like. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. Good. What time is it?
Yeah,
5 a.m. Great. 2 hours of sleep before I got to be out on the trade show floor. Oh, it was a rough day.
I bet. I bet. Sound like fun though. Sound like fun.
It was a fun night.
Yeah.
It was. It was a fun night. So that's good. So you've come on to my show. You've replaced Ryan for his slot there on the Tuesday night show on there, and I think that you were kind of a really a natural fit for moving into that spot. When I started thinking about people who I wanted to replace and kind of go with a rotation, it just kind of worked out better because I just you know the chemistry you and I have working together over the last couple of years just seemed like a natural fit for for the show. And I was glad that you've been able to make yourself available for a lot of the shows out there, and I appreciate that.
I appreciate you for even giving me the opportunity. Um, you know, I've been I've wanted to start a podcast for the longest, and I think we've talked about this so many times. And I have great feedback from a lot of people in the industry who's willing to help, who's willing to sponsor. Um, but when you look at me on social media, and then when you meet me in person, I'm very personable. I'm very social. I can walk up to you just seeing you from Instagram and starting a conversation. And it's something different when it's your turn to do something on your own. And you're all by yourself, and it's like you become this shy person that everybody's looking at you like, what is wrong with you? And that's where I'm at, you know? I feel really comfortable co-hosting with you on the show with you. Like you said, we have a great dynamic. We get along great. We kind of like feed off of each other. We can pretty much finish each other's sentences if we get stuck. Um, I enjoy the camaraderie with another person. I don't, I'm not a spotlight girl. Like, I don't need to be seen every single way, every single place and every day. I don't have to have that. So I'm very grateful of you, um, giving me the opportunity. And then also introducing me to so many people that I didn't know, when we were at PCA. So that's a blessing.
Well, it a lot of it is, I wanted to keep the show going, and I just, the problem with trying out, a lot of people hit me up wanting to take that co-host spot, but for me, it was I want to, if I'm going to do this, I want to work with people who I know, who I'm comfortable with, who I've done stuff with in the past. So that's why you were one of the first people I thought of. Was, you've got a really good palate. You're very personable, and to add that dynamic of the spirit into the review, I think uh, adds another layer to the review out there. So that was like, okay, yeah, that's one of the that was like kind of like, okay, that's like a big bonus out there, where somebody like, Michelle, her and I have got that her and I've got that just total work dynamic duo thing down where, it just, you know, just kind of, we've done so much stuff together over the last couple of years that I was like, yeah, if she's available, she'd be fun to do. And then and Anthony just kind of being that every smoker out there who's like, I really can't pick up a lot of these flavors, but I can tell you if I like it or I don't like it, and I can tell you why.
Right.
And I think I'm like, you know what? That's most cigar smokers out there. And if you're watching and you have somebody like Anthony on, there's like, yeah, I don't like it because of this, or I like it because of this. Um, I think
Yeah.
that's a that just adds another layer to it. But since you're usually free on those nights that somebody's available, I'm like, well, I might, I'm number one. I'm going to go to top of the list.
Yeah, and she's a great girl. Like I've watched her, I've been watching her videos. I haven't been following her too long, but when I started, I mean, it's another person that I pick up pointers from. I look, and she travels, she goes to factories, and she gives these basic tools that anyone needs, whether it's male or female. Just a basic tool that you need when you're starting out smoking cigars. So yeah, it's great.
I do. And like today's education video was smoking when traveling abroad. And I thought that's a great video for people who are traveling, knowing the rules, researching before you go. What are you allowed to bring in, not bring in? And so I thought that was a great video. I told her it's a good video, but you went to Canada and Canada's not a real country anyway. So
Yeah.
am I based in Albuquerque? Um, Not anymore. No, I'm based in northern Colorado now, but I am from northern New Mexico, from Espanola.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, so that's good. So, are you working on putting together a podcast?
Um, I have episode topics planned. I have
Huh?
episode topics planned out. Um, like complete full detail, what I want to talk about in each episode. Um, I have not I've bought equipment, I've bought, things for setup. I just haven't put it all together. Um, I just recently finished putting together the review cigar book. I've been working on this book for a long time. I think we talked about this a while ago, right?
Uh,
Um,
yeah, I think you were talking about that last time you were on, which was almost 2 years ago.
exactly. So you see how your mind and other things can come up, and then it distracts you, and then you get involved into something else. Um, so I finally put the finishing touches on it. I finally found a publishing company that's willing to take on. So now we just have to work out the logistics in regards of course, monetary expenses and um, where it's going to be sold, when the release date can happen. Um, I have to do a few more editing um, with the company. So we're basically right now currently going back and forth with each other, trying to get everything down, pinpoint correctly.
All right.
And that's basically, like you mentioned earlier, it it doesn't tell you what to pair. It gives you options on what to pair and how to pair. And it covers culinary, it covers spirits, coffee, soft drinks, it covers cigars. It gives a brief history of different type of cigars, the Maduro, the Connecticut. So it gives you um, a broad perspective of what you can do with cigars and whatever you want to pair them with.
All right.
So
Well, that sounds
once that
interesting.
is settled, yeah, once that's complete, once I finish with the back and forth with the company, then I will go ahead and focus on the podcast because I think that would be great. to promote with the podcast. And then it will also be great to take notes out of that book when speaking with someone and interviewing them. And then we can go back and forth and, discuss pairing and discuss what you like, what I like. And then, we can take it from there.
I think that sounds great, and especially taking that idea with the book and going kind of like chapter by chapter with a different guest every week to really kind of like, hey, chapter one, and to this week I have so and we're going to be covering this, then this, and this. I think that sounds like a lot of fun, actually, and really kind of becomes an interactive show, especially if you bought the book and you can follow along, watching you make the stuff or buy the stuff that's in chapter one here, and then you kind of follow along. It takes that show to an interactive level where you, the viewer, is kind of involved with how the show also goes, because you're adding your firsthand experience while listening to two professionals.
Right. Yeah. And then the publisher, she was telling me, she was like, why don't you input a few pages where you give recipes on different cocktails? Some that are popular, some people have never even heard of before, or you wouldn't think to even try. And then you pair those. Then I give a suggestion of what cigar that would, that drink will work great with.
That sounds awesome. And I'm happy, and I'm happy to hear that the book is finally come out to fruition on it. That you've got the podcast that's starting to make its way uh, make its way to reality out there. Your content is always crushing it out there on it.
Thank you. I'm still trying to make it a little better. I mean, it's never, I would say it's never going to be perfect, but it's perfect for me right now. So I'm still learning.
Well, I think that no matter what we do out there, we're always striving to be better. I mean, we are our own worst critics when it comes to what we put out. Like, I can't stand editing most of my content. I'm just like, oh my god, what an idiot this guy is. Well, I'm this guy, so it's just like, come on, what's he doing?
But
What a dope! Did he really say that? Oh my goodness! Oh
yeah,
yeah.
don't feel bad. I mean, I'm still learning editing too. I mean, I'm at the point now, if I make a video, I'm going to edit it. It's probably going to take me like 2 or 3 days to edit. And I have to have a silent moment to myself in the house, and I'm doing nothing but just editing this video, finding the right music, finding the right effects, to put to the video. And I'm ignoring everybody's phone call. I'm not answering texts, phone calls. I want to be somewhere where I don't have to move and do anything.
My editing looks like it was done by a 5-year-old. Big blocky pop-ups that come up, and I'm just like, yeah, this is what you get. This is
That's
what you
what you
get.
get.
This is what you get. That's right. Oh, I'm more than I just screwed up, but I'm more than 30 seconds in. It's staying in. I'm not even going to bother cutting it out. I'll just put a big blocky pop-up that says dope.
Something on top of it.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
dope with an arrow pointing at me here. This idiot just said this. Yeah. Once I hit 30 seconds, if I screw up within the first 30 seconds, I'll start over. After that, I'm into it too deep. Can't
Yeah.
stop. Can't stop. Gotta charge on through. But I
So where are
figured
you at on your cigar?
I'm right here.
Oh yeah, you're going.
With this big ass bag of free cigars that they gave us, I
Hmm.
don't even know what's in here. I still have like I still have like 4 years of these cigars that they give you for going to the event that I haven't even like dug into or smoked.
Hmm.
I'll probably end up just doing a giveaway and just giving most of them away. You know.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be great. That'd be great. Give me. All right. I have to get a charger. There we go. Okay.
All right.
You get
You good? You
everything
charged
prepared.
up? You plugged in? All right.
Perfect. Yes.
Yeah. So, what else is on the horizon for you?
Um, right now, I think focusing on these projects that I have that I mentioned is probably the most important before I even start doing something else. I've had to literally distance myself from, unfortunately, distance myself from the cigar community here, in order to focus and to get things done. Um, I don't really go out much and smoke in public because I'm here working on things. Um, I'm constantly meeting with different people and setting up these meetings to where we can discuss, what's next or how can I help. Hi, Anthony. How
Anthony,
can I help
yours
and
must
how
have
can
been
I?
burning. We were talking about you about 10 minutes ago.
All good things. All good things.
Sure. Well, it was
Yeah.
good
So
things. It was,
yeah. Yeah. So I've had to take a step back from hanging out at all the different lounges. There's like one or two lounges that I will go to because it's very, very settled. There's no loud music, there's no DJs, there's none of that. So I can just go, um, pull out my laptop, do some work, do some content creation, and come back home and, do it again.
are those your favorite types of lounges? The more quiet work-based type lounges?
Yeah, yeah. Um, to each his own, I'm not a, I don't mind going to a lounge that has, that they're partying or they have a DJ, the music is super loud. I don't mind it, but it can't be my everyday choice of a lounge if I want to go out and smoke. If I don't feel like smoking at home. So I need peace. My job, my 9 to 5 job is super stressful, you know.
I think that's fun. I think that our jobs that pay us, that's kind of how it is. And, I don't find myself going out a whole lot and doing a whole lot out there either. I got a great lounge that I kind of built here. And I'm like, well, I think I'm just going to take advantage of hanging out here and smoking because I don't have to spend any money. And, you know,
Right.
I just like, I just want to relax from a long, hard day of being a manual labored grunt, so that's kind of like all I want to do. I don't really want to go out. I want to hang. I make that exception every now and then when people come into like Denver, and they want to
Yeah.
meet up for a night. I was like, okay, yeah, I'll go down and we'll hang out at a lounge and for a couple hours and smoke. But then I'm like going home because
Hmm.
I'm like, I don't want to be out late. I'm an old man. I need my sleep.
So I have to do the same thing. Um, there's been a couple of times where people come in town like, "Hey, I'm in your city. Where should I go smoke, or are you going to take me out to go smoke?" I can't take them to my boring lounge because they're going to go back home and say, "Oh, we were at a lounge and nothing was happening. It was so quiet. It might have been like 4 people." So I have to, suck it up and take them to the loud lounge where they can party and then they can see other people that they know from social media as well, that lives here. So I make it a good time for them. It has nothing to do with me.
Oh, I make it all about me. I'm like, now this is the lounge I like going to. This is where we're going. It's kind of a
That's
boring
selfish.
lounge. And it is, but and it's like it's kind of a boring lounge, but they got a good selection of cigars and very comfortable chairs. So it's all You
Yeah.
come in here, you want me to take you out, so we're going to you're going to live my boring life with me. and I don't get down and boogie anymore. That
Yeah.
requires more energy than I have.
Listen, I'm still trying to understand how people can have a cigar in their mouth, puffing on it, and dancing and sweating and moving and just jumping around and jumping up and down. Yeah. I'm like, I can't do that.
I
I
can't
can't.
either, but I see it all too much. But
Yeah.
hey,
I can give you a little groove here and there. I can sit in my chair and just groove a little bit.
that's right. That's the extent you get a little head bob from me. It's like I like this. Hey man, remember this jam?
Right.
Oh, is this the remix? Oh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. No, an old man now. Get the 2 year old, so that keeps me more than busy and takes up most of my energy that I have. By the time I'm done with that, the energy level is beyond the empty signal. It's like already gone around again.
Yeah. Trust me, I know the feeling.
That's right. People
I do know
out
the
there, you should start back over in your 40s again. Said nobody ever.
nobody.
Nobody.
I think I've already started too late. My first one at 30, the second one at 35. My girlfriends that I graduated high school and in college with, the kids are going in their first year of college, and here I am in fifth grade and kindergarten this year.
I do have the 19-year-old on top of the 2 year old, so that's. Oh,
Yeah, that was a yeah. I
I
would
was
have done that
free
too.
and clear. I was free and clear. I'm like off the payroll. I'm free, and then uh, no, come
Boom,
on.
it just happened.
Yeah, it did. Like how
Yeah,
that was actually my response was how'd this happen?
you know how it happened.
How'd this happen? And then it was followed by no, no, no.
What?
Yeah.
Did I really do this?
Are you sure?
Hey, we're done. It's over with now. So let's just
Are you sure? Yeah.
all we can do is just keep it going and just hope we can get to the finish line.
And you know what? I love that little girl. I feel like now that I'm older, I'm a far better dad than I was when I was in my early 20s with the first one.
Yeah.
I feel like and it's like, wow. It's like, you know what? I think I'm a better dad. I really am.
Hmm.
And then have a little mini me that just likes all the same stuff I like. It just makes it like that much more awesome. It's like, what are you doing? Yeah, we're sitting on the couch eating flaming hot Cheetos and watching cartoons. No, no different for me than any other day. So I mean, I just got a little me next to me doing it with me.
There you go. Yeah.
So now that you're getting everything moved, kind of taken care of, and moving forward out there, do you have other things on your mind that you would like to start digging into to kind of add to your portfolio?
If you're trying to ask me, do I want my own cigar brand? The answer is no.
Not so much your own cigar brand, but even moving forward with with different type of content or expanding what you do on a different level, more so.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I just haven't figured out how and what yet. Um, I mean, like I said earlier, every day I'm looking at new things. I'm watching all of these big time content creators that can quit their, 9 to 5 job and just sit at home and get paid for people watching their videos. That would be great, of course. Um, but I got a lot of work. I still have a lot of work to do. So all I can do is take notes, and as the notes, as I collect all the notes and the notes in the notebook get bigger and bigger, you know, maybe I'll find a way to do something different or come up with something.
Yeah, you know, I'm always thinking. I tend to. I always think about what I could do or what I could revamp or what I could change up. You know,
Hmm.
I'm not afraid to try new things out there, but I'm also one of those people that is, if it works, why mess with it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
There is, let me take that back. There is one thing that I want to do, but I don't know why I'm so scared to do it. So I have so many videos that I've made, and they're still like in the draft mode, or they're still just saved on my camera. And I want to be able to film a video, and then I do a voiceover on the video. So like I'm doing a reel with the cigar that I'm smoking, right? And instead of me typing out in the comment section, the notes and the flavor profile that I'm getting from the spirit and the cigar, I would like to eventually start just speaking over the video. And every time I record a video, I said, okay, this is the video that I'm going to actually do it on. And then I don't do it. It's like I don't,
Oh,
you've heard the term, like you don't like to hear your own voice.
well, to do one of the voice modulators on it, so that way it doesn't sound like your voice.
A module, then it's not authentic and it's not me.
Yeah, get it out there. Yeah, just here's what I'll say is I've just kind of I hate my own voice and I hate editing my own stuff, but I just do it and I put it out there and whatever happens happens. If people like
Yeah.
it, great. If people like it, it gives me an idea of what I can build on from that. And if people don't like it, it's like, okay, well, scrap that. We'll try something different. It's that need for perfection in the art, in the craft, in what you're doing. You'll never meet that because you've set those standards incredibly high for yourself that when you do it you'll never meet those standards. You just have to do it and then post it, and if it takes off, cool. If it doesn't, okay, well, on to the next one. You just got to move on. Not everything that you're going to post or do is going to work. I'm
Yeah.
always shocked at which videos or which photos take off, and it's always the ones that I least expect. That
Yeah,
that
definitely. Definitely.
the ones that I put all the time, in on, those ones don't go anywhere, and I'm like, damn man, nobody watched this.
Yeah. It's almost like we're overdoing it, right?
Oh
Hey,
yeah,
chef.
what's up there, Chevalier? Good to see you.
Yeah, I agree 100% with you with that.
Look,
Like
and
in my
there's a
head
guy
right now,
right there.
like,
There's a guy right there in Chevalier who every single day post stuff, and everything is different on what he posts every single day, and some of it takes off and some of it doesn't, but he just moves forward. It's just like, okay, well,
yeah.
that didn't work. And then I got to say, the stuff that I've seen from him that doesn't work, I've never seen it again. And so
Hmm.
it just goes back to posting what has worked, and then he'll come up with another idea a week later and try that. And if it works, great. If it
Yeah.
doesn't, he just moves on. He's not going to be overly critical of what he puts out, and you can't be. You just got to do it, Brandy. You do the voiceover, you post it. If it takes off, hey, you know what? You got yourself all worked up over nothing.
So right now in my head, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna edit this video this evening when we get off this call, and I'm gonna do a voiceover, and then
That's
I'm gonna
right.
sit down and smoke. I'm gonna edit. I'm gonna find some music to play on it,
That's right.
and I'm not gonna do the voiceover.
You got to do. Look, if it's something that requires the voiceover on it, you throw the voiceover in. Like,
Yeah.
I don't write any script out when I do voiceover. I just
Right.
I wing it, And I'm just like, here I go. I know what I want to say in my head, and I wing it. And then I listen to it, and I'm like, that was good, but I had too long of a pause, and I had too many ums and ahs. All right, redo it again. And I, sometimes it's 9 or 10 times I'm rolling through that same video, repeating
Yeah.
myself, but then I get it to where it's like, that's what I wanted.
Yeah. All right.
You
So
see?
I know he's challenging me. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make a voiceover this week on a video, and I'm gonna post it, and let's see what happens.
Yeah. You know,
Just call me and remind me. Just remind me to do it.
no, you're gonna do it. You've already got the baseline on everything. You've already said it. You've got all these videos in your draft. You've already got the baseline on it. So the only thing you got to do is just do the voiceover on it and go, all right, there you go. Am I saying, if you gotta write stuff out for the first couple times, then do it. Yes, do it.
Do
Do
it.
it.
Okay. I
That's
got
right.
it.
Just
I got
do
it.
it. 'Cause you got
I will.
at the end of the day, you really have nothing to lose. If it doesn't get any traction on it, okay. Just that's
Yeah.
probably not something you need to do again.
Yeah. Definitely. All right. All right. All right, guys. I'm gonna do the voiceover.
Do the voiceover. I like doing the voiceovers. The voiceovers are fun.
Close your eyes. Close your eyes and stick your hand in the bag and just pull out a random cigar, and that's what you smoke.
I don't know what they got in here. I may pull out something like terrible.
Oh, don't say that.
You know. Look, there's a Tatiana in here. Do you really think I want to smoke that?
When you stop caring if it gets traction, it gets traction. I agree. You're right. You're right about that. I've done other videos and I thought to myself, like, this is so terrible. Like, this is so basic. And then it has the majority of the view, more views than any other video that I thought would. Like, like we said earlier.
Yeah. And
Smoke the Tatiana.
oh,
Everybody that's watching wants you to smoke the Tatiana.
no, nobody watching wants to see me smoke a Tatiana. Do you want my reputation to be ruined? As I sit there
Thank
going,
you so
ugh,
much. That means a lot. That means a lot. Thank you so much.
yeah,
Listen, your reputation. Listen, hey, you can't say that because there are people that actually like to smoke Tatianas. You
that's
can't make
fine.
them feel bad. Don't make them feel bad about smoking it.
There you go. Can't go wrong with an AJ stick. I'm gonna have to turn a light on. It's getting dark out here.
Yeah, see.
Ugh.
We have a heat wave this week, surprisingly, but that does nothing for us because basically what it means is winter is around the corner for Chicago. When we get that 1 week of extreme heat when school starts back, and then 2 weeks later, we just we're dumping right into like 50s and 40s.
I can't wait for the heat to end.
Yeah, I'm cherishing every moment of it. Every moment.
I'm down, bro.
The three of us should do something. Yeah, I'm down with that.
I'm down. You're
Yeah,
you, you're kind of the master on this, Chevalier. On that.
I agree.
Not me. Mine looks incomplete, and somebody who may have a mental disability did it.
Yeah, his is very precise and professional. I love his music quotes, like when he does the music of the day, and then he gives like this inspirational post with it. That's awesome.
I enjoy the thought. I've told him this is that I love his thoughts of a classic man because some of
Yeah,
some of the some of the mental and mentality of things that he talks about or writes about is exactly things that I'm thinking about at the moment, or the same stuff that's running through my head. So it's almost
Yeah.
like he's in my head right now, and I'm like, all right, good. You know what? I'm gonna have a good day today. I am. You
Yeah.
know, I got somebody. I got somebody who's thinking just like me. It's not just me.
Yeah, definitely. He said he makes his stuff up in the morning when he wakes up.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
believe it.
I get my ideas from videos like that as well, or I'm just scrolling on Instagram and I'm looking at a different content creator, completely different than cigars, completely different than spirits, and I'm like, I'm gonna do this exact video, but I'm gonna incorporate what I know, and yeah, it works out. I'm still holding on to like 3 songs that I have saved in my draft to make sure I get the right ones to use for the video.
Let's see. Oh no, do we lose Brandy? Oh,
No,
there
I'm
she
here.
is.
Can you hear me?
All right, there she is.
Wait. Yeah. Yeah.
Those thoughts I write every morning when I wake up, none of them are planned. I never know what song or thought will be with them the morning of. I just post them. That's a good way to look at it. And you know,
Yeah.
I don't, me, I don't really post that. For me, it's here's a photo of me and what I'm smoking after my day is over with, and that's about it. You know,
Yeah.
I, I tried doing some different stuff out there at one point, but then I decided that's just not me. And there's enough people out there that do that kind of content that, you know what, I think I'll just stick to
Hmm.
what I know, which is, yeah, here's what I'm smoking. What are you smoking? Because I'm honestly curious. I that's the one thing is I wish more people would comment on what they're puffing on right now. What are you puffing on? What's your vibe right
Yeah.
now? But most people don't, and because I'm
Hmm.
honestly curious. Like I'd like to know, and if somebody's smoking something I've never had before, well, you're giving me an idea of something that maybe I need to go pick up and try out.
Yeah. Definitely. Definitely. I've saved so many posts that I've come across um, that randomly come up in my feed, and if it's a cigar that I'm not familiar with, I'm like, let me save this, picture or this post, and let me revisit, go back, order it, see if I like it, and do a review on it. So yeah, definitely.
Oh, I don't know how I inspired you in Vegas. There was way too many shenanigans going on.
Wait, was he there with when you were holding the wall?
I had just left the room he was in while I was holding the wall, the invisible wall down the hallway.
Oh, so he's the reason.
He's yes, he is the
He's the reason you were
he
holding
is
on
the
to the
reason.
wall.
Yes, he was a bad influence on this sweet and innocent boy.
Got it.
A Marifel, man, I'd love to smoke a Marifel. I don't have that Chevalier money for that.
Yeah, me
I
neither.
don't have that type of Chevalier money. Oh,
I
look
may
at
have to go sell a couple of ham.
we did have a lot of deep conversations. Like I don't know what that Uber driver that we were with out there. Who knows what he was thinking? Because you and I are like got deep in that back of the seat of that tiny ass Uber that you and I were crammed into.
You all didn't. You didn't get an XL. You didn't get the big one.
No, you know, I don't have that Chevalier money, so I.
He said he's broke.
Well, yeah, his leg is broke.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, you're broke. Your leg is
Hey, I
broke.
want a few of those cigars as well. Hey, you can't send Daniel those cigars without sending me one, at least. Just one.
I don't know. I think I've been doing a pretty good job of stocking your humidor full of cigars.
You've been you've been doing an excellent job.
I
You've
split
been doing an
everything
excellent job.
I split everything they send. So everything
Yeah,
they send, I split. I'm like, okay, it's for the show.
I think
Like I told you,
the last
he sent that big old box of cigars, and I'm like, damn. All right. And so I'm like trying to stuff all the cigars into everything for you.
yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, I got a couple of things coming back up. I used to be a huge Ezra Zion fan, right? And um, I stopped and I slowed down because they started reproducing the same cigar over and over, and it was really no different. Hey, Miranda, and it really wasn't a big difference. So now they're starting back to releasing different, profiles or different. Um, the holiday is coming up, so they have all of these like Grand Reaper. They have the Sledge, head hammer. So I'm gonna go back into. I'm gonna revisit those cigars, and then I'm definitely when I get the packages, I'm definitely gonna you know, send you some packages too, so you can feel special.
Oh, I feel special. Mimi. Hi, Mimi.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
She's another great person too that I was watching and following for a while. When it comes to smoking cigars and doing content creation, um, we got a chance to meet 2 years in a row at PCA, and it was amazing. Like the vibe was great. You learn. I hate to say this. I've created more friends and more. I've created more social media friends than I have friends like in person. you know,
yeah,
and that's
I
crazy.
I do too. I like Mimi is Mimi has always been one of the she's always been one of the best out there. She her personality, hanging out with her at lounges, hanging out with her at events. She is
Hmm.
she is the life of the party when it comes to anywhere you go, because I've never had more fun hanging out anywhere than when I have with her. Um, how
Hmm.
it is. Plus, she's the number one requested guest that I get to come back from everybody. We had a blast last year when she was on, and she and the way that she got open and honest, and the way that she got deep in there about creating content and being a woman in the industry and the business out there, I think really hit home for a lot of women out there who also try to create content and dealing with the creeps and the assholes out there. And she's very open and honest about it, and told and
Yeah.
completely real, and providing that account. And I know that I had quite a few women reach out to me after she was on that loved her honesty and how she is. And that's the one thing that I know about Mimi, is that she is going to be honest and real with you no matter what. Even if you don't want to hear it, she's going to tell it to you
Yeah.
because you need to hear it.
Yeah. I appreciate that too because I'll just ignore them and I'll just say block. You're off my page. Any guy that's disrespectful or make comments, I don't post my videos to attract negative feedback or negative comments or sexual comments and things like that. And so when I get messages from men, I'm like, either you're supporting what I'm doing or I'm just going to delete you. So, yeah, I probably need to get that backbone too and cuss their asses out and set them straight. But I just avoid it. I'm just like, whatever.
So Chevalier wants to know if you're coming to Dallas in November for Dallas Smoke Fest.
November. Yeah, give me the dates and I will put it in.
Out there, I'll be out there with Chevalier and a bunch of other people that you all know. And you know it
I
look
can
like it's
finally
gonna.
not pay for room and board. My sister lives in Dallas, so that's
Yeah,
great.
that's right. If it's not cigar related, blocked. Yeah.
Exactly. You're blocked. It's done. Yeah. I have nothing
November
else to talk to you about.
November 6th through 10th, and I'll be showing up that Wednesday. I'll be there from Wednesday through Saturday for the event.
Okay.
They tagged me as one of the she's having a house party.
Okay.
Good. So then that means it'll be over
Oh,
with
we
by
get to go to the
8:30.
fancy. We get to go to the fancy backyard.
Yeah, the fancy backyard. That's right. With he's gonna show us all where he sets up the hammock and takes the photos with the Hoochie Daddy thirst trap shorts out there.
I remember when he first pulled out those daddy shorts.
He said that I saw that, and I go, what's he doing? Dude, come on. And he's like, oh, I was dared to do it. I'm like, dared to do it. You know exactly what you were doing wearing them shorts. All right.
Right.
You knew exactly what you were doing. I live in a trailer park. Shut up. All right. So we all get the invite to the estate, the Chevalier estate.
Definitely.
Why am I so cute? I mean, I don't know.
Oh. Oh. Look at that. You got a compliment.
I know. I don't know what to do with that. That's right. He wanted to show that off. He wanted everybody to go. How old's this dude? But the one thing I couldn't get over the fact being is that as much as I roast the dude for wearing his wife's capris and wearing medium-sized shirts, I looked at it and I was like, damn, that dude's skin is also medium tight. I'm like, come on, man. You're how old? Yeah, I'm 56 years old. Damn, you're old.
Hey, it was all good with them shorts on until he broke that leg. We haven't seen his leg.
It was.
Then.
I know. Now his leg is this big. Now you got that twig, man. After you broke that stick. Carlito I wouldn't have done it. I had to take that bet, bro. 57. Damn, you're old. That's right. It is like they look. Chevalier and his wife. They trade clothing. He's like, I like how capris, show off my legs on this, and of course I got my size medium or ET extra tight shirt on.
Mm-hmm. He says he's all good now, so all right, we'll see.
We'll see.
I'll be making my way to Dallas. Check out this wardrobe.
Yeah, I know. Oh, yeah. He goes, I still got to go wardrobe shopping. That's been my problem. Like, I need to find a woman to dress me because I looked at the dress code for some of these events and I'm like, I don't own that. It's like the masquerade ball. I'm just going to get a Phantom of the Opera mask and a cape to wear. And that's why no one's going to know who I am. I'm just like, you're not going to get me.
We'll help you.
Yeah, like I'm looking at this. I'm like, I don't own any clothes like that. Like, I can't show up in cargo pants and a hoodie. That's like my normal dress attire.
Oh, he said he's gonna help you. He's gonna help you.
I know. Yeah, he told me he's gonna send me over to Rockstar's house and have Rockstar fit me. And I'm like, that's right, because I'm gonna show up with the chainmail mesh tank top as I roll into a party. It's like, yeah. I know. This temple and body of a god right here. Yes. Because that would look so great on me.
Don't do it.
No, I'm not going to do it.
Don't do it.
Yeah, we're getting dressed over here. Yeah, I don't think... Look, as much as you like clothing that is extra tight, all right, and that's not my fit. I want baggy and comfortable. I want to be able to wear my sensible dad shoes. All right, I don't want to wear uncomfortable shoes. All right, I want my dad shoes with the foam insteps in them.
Hey, you got those slip-in Skechers?
Yes, I do, and they're
Do you?
comfortable as hell. They're comfortable
We
as
got to
hell.
get you the Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg has his own brand, so you got to get those now.
I got that. And show off the. That's right. I'm going to show off the chest. I'm just like, that's right. And then trying to take that mesh chainmail tank top off, with all my chest lettuce and everything. And I get my own little waxing. I can assume that's going to happen.
You seen the 40-year version? Remember when he
Mm,
took him to get waxed? That's what you're gonna look like.
it's exactly what it's going to look like.
Hmm.
Nah, I no, look, I'm gonna find stuff. I'll find something. It's like I'm just gonna take the dress code paperwork with me over to um, to the to like the big and tall store, and I'm gonna find the most homely looking lady there, and I'm gonna go make me look good.
I do not want to see Daniel in a plaid skirt. No,
No, well,
no.
that's your outfit, bro. That's what you would go. I mean, the only thing that would do would show off how great my calves look, and I'd be all right with that to a point. I was just saying, I'm like, that's right. Enjoy. Look at these calves. Yeah.
So I just signed up. I teamed up with this tequila brand called. They're a Mexican-owned tequila brand. I'm gonna actually start doing tastings here at the cigar lounges, and doing some pairings with different cigars with the brand. So that's coming out soon.
Oh yeah. Of course. I know I'm hilarious. You've hung out with me. You know how I am. You know. What can I say? I mean,
Yeah.
when you
Okay.
let
So at least one night, you and I do have to match. Like we have to coordinate with each other.
fuck, I, I gotta buy a whole. Um, I like the bottle. Is it a
You
Reposado
got to get
or
you a
an Anejo?
both. I have one of each. Reposado, Anejo, and then they have a Blanco, but I don't have that one with me. Um, that one is coming. And then there are some different brands that were made specifically for Chicago with our Revolution Brewery. So once I get those, I can send out some samples.
There you go. Yeah, you would have had fun with
No,
those.
I've already had my experience. I've had my experience with him at PCA already. He was a little boring with me. He didn't step outside the box with me.
Shit.
You did not step out the box. You didn't have a drink with me. Nothing.
Oh, what are you talking about?
I don't remember. So we'll repeat that again. We're gonna repeat that when we go to New
To
Orleans.
New
We'll repeat it.
Orleans? Yeah,
Yeah.
man. I went. That was Chevalier's first time, and I wanted to give him a good fun experience that went out there on that. But also, he's also working on the Chevalier Life brand out there, and I don't, I want to see him succeed, and I want him to grow, and I want to see his brand blow up. And so I
Yeah.
introduced him to my contacts that I know that I felt could help him achieve that next step and next level that he wants to get with his brand. And so I took him over to all the different people out there that I knew that could help him and introduce him so that he could tell them exactly what he's looking for, what he wants to do to make those contacts. So,
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure that he got that information that he wanted.
Hmm. Definitely. Yeah, I think he'll do great too with that. Especially with like the humidors that he make. Like these brands can actually hopefully use him eventually and package cigars in them, customized boxes. You know, that'd be awesome too,
That's
especially
right.
for the different lounges that they fill. That'd be a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. He didn't wear one thing on his body that said Chevalier Life on it at all.
Really? Well, I
That's right.
don't I don't wear her cigar closet when I go out. Not a lot. Not
No,
really.
no, I get it, but there was some opportunities there for branding. Instead, he decided he was going to go with the slimline suit that he couldn't fit in anymore for the last 25 years because he wanted to look stylish, and then his fake oversized grandpa glasses.
Hey, he's gonna have to get a. You got to get a tailor-made suit with your logo on the back of it. There you go. You got to coordinate.
It's right. He needs to be dripped in Chevalier Life all day, day.
Yes, yes.
All day, day. That you should not have gone out. And, you're more concerned about looking fly out there and everything. And did you see me, Karen, if I looked fly or not in my cargo pant with my cargo pants and hoodie? No, no, I owned it. And my sensible dad shoes.
Yeah.
You
Next
did
time he will. He
you
he
did
will
tell him.
next.
You did tell him that he doesn't want to listen.
He gonna show us up. He gonna show us up next time. He'll have it together. Hopefully.
I know. I'm still waiting on my Chevalier Life shirt. If you send me a hoodie, I'll rock that all the time because that's like 90% of my wardrobe with my cargo pants.
There you go.
You know, I'm giving you the opportunity to get free advertising on this deity temple of a body here. But
There you go.
no, no, yeah, he's more concerned with making sure that he still fits into his wife's pants than he is about proper promotion of his brand out there.
Hmm. I got faith in you. He'll get it together. Oh, a sweatshirt dress. That does sound nice. I can do that. I always wear dresses, so I can definitely do that.
Yeah, no, we know shit you didn't do a whole lot when your leg was broke, bro. Of course not. You laid around. That was the perfect opportunity to actually do things for the business. And instead, you just decided to use it as a vacation. Ooh, we lost Brandi. All right. Let's see if we can get Brandi back on. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. I believe you. Yes, so that is I'll pull Brandi off until she comes back on. There she is. Nope. I don't know what happened to her. I can't see her. All right. That's right. I'm gonna need to find some woman to style me so I look good for Dallas Smoke Fest for the events that I gotta be dressed up for. There you are. Oh, nope, she's gone. All right. Well, we'll get Brandi back in here for next couple of minutes out there before we shut stuff down for the night. But yes, so I need to get a woman to style me so I look good. But I am going to show up at the masquerade ball with the Phantom of the Opera mask and a cape because I don't want people to know who I am, and nobody is going to know who I am wearing that. You don't know who this is. You won't guess who this is. But that's been my biggest fear right there is all right. Are you there? Oh, we can't hear you. My man, Chevalier, thanks for coming and hanging out, brother. Appreciate you. First off, I'm not a ginger, all right? Just the beard is red, all right? When I had hair, all right, the hair wasn't red. This is red. No ginger. And gingers are allergic to the sun. And I was out in the sun all day on Saturday and I'm not sunburned, okay? I don't burn. So Brandy's having technical difficulties. Yeah, we can't hear Brandy, but that we'll go ahead and end out on the show since she's having issues with her headset on that. But I appreciate everybody who jumped in tonight and provided chat. You guys in chat always rock it and kill it. I appreciate it. There is no show next week because it's Labor Day. So I'll be back again on September 9th. We have Anto Maharukian from JM Tobacco will be the guest. Looking forward to talking to him. Long-standing family within the industry out there and doing a whole lot more than what you probably the idea of what you think about when you think about their cigars. So we'll kick back and talk with him, and that will be on Monday, the 9th of September. That's it. Be on the lookout. At some point in September, Brandi and I will be back for raw cigar reviews over on my IG Live. I got a couple of dates I got to discuss with her to make it happen, but we'll be back in September with a couple of shows, I think, at least one. And then that's it. So, everybody, thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate it. Have a wonderful and safe weekend, holiday weekend out there, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. Take care. Be safe out there. Don't do anything Brandi and I wouldn't do because we're sweet and innocent boys and girls, and we'll catch you later.